What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and today we've got some more Rise of Iron gear to look at, and this is some of the amazing work done by the artists at Bungie who designed the weapons and armor that we're going to be using in this expansion. So Bungie basically linked a bunch of their portfolios of these artists for us to see their designs. We've got some trials, weapons and armor, we've got what's most likely the hard mode raid armor, also the Iron Banner / Iron Lord armor as well with the ornaments applied, so a bunch of really awesome stuff to look over. Before we look at the gear, they did actually release some bits of info and kind of announce some things on their blog post. They basically teased that they'd be doing a Fell into Peak live stream, like a reveal stream from Bungie in their typical fashion, but this time we'll be going through Fell into Peak. These basically said there's still a few things yet to do before the expansion launches on the 20th, and one of those is going to be involving taking us on a trek all the way up Fell into Peak. So I'm expecting some kind of live stream where they go through and show us the new vendors in the area and basically gameplay of the actual social space. That's one thing we can expect before the expansion launches. So they also announced that Rise of Iron will be playable at PAX West next weekend in Seattle. So if you happen to be at the event, you're able to get hands on with the private matches, play the new mode, play with the new gear, and of course see the Bungie team who will be there as well. So if you happen to be at PAX next weekend, you will be able to play the expansion a little bit early. And they also announced that the last weekend of Trials is going to be the 2nd of September, and that's going to be the last weekend of Year 2, and then after that it's going to take a short break, and then it's going to return officially on the 30th of September, which will be the first official Trials of Rise of Iron. So with that said, let's take a look at some of this new gear. The first image is one of the kind of Crucible loading screens on the map Floating Gardens, and this shows the Titan in his kind of flaming Iron Banner armor, and also the Warlock as well with the really cool flaming sets to them. You can see the Warlock with his Trials gear with the ornament applied, the kind of pink holographic effect going on. He's holding that Seros Seaver infused auto rifle, and the Hunter has also got the Omolon scout rifle, which is also Seaver infused. Still not sure if those are the raid weapons. They appear to be, and it's likely they will be. And also the Hunter in the background is holding the Thorn in Year 3 and also is rocking that really sweet looking raid gear, which appears to be the hard mode raid. But it's a really cool set nonetheless. So looking through some of the artist concept work on the weapons and armor, we can first off see 3 of the Trials weapons we're going to be getting, this one being the Scout Rifle of course, very similar to the Ceros Dis 47, one of my personal favourite weapons, so a really cool looking weapon. And the next one is a Auto Rifle, and this appears to be again based off Ceros. And the final one appears to be based off of Hacker. I can't exactly tell, it does look like a Hacker Pulse Rifle. Not sure if this is the normal or Adept version. I'm hoping there are still Adept versions in Trials Year 3. I think it'd be really cool if they were like all blacked out, or maybe if they were like slightly golden, if those kind of blue bits were changed for gold. I think that'd be really, really cool. And I'm hoping there still are Adept versions in Trials. So those are 3 of the weapons. Looking at some of the armor pieces, we can see the design for the Warlock, again without the ornaments, and then with the ornament applied. The ornament of course adds that flaming effect, and this is Iron Banner gear. You can see in this dark shot how the flames just glow and it like lights up this really evil face, like a pumpkin, almost like a jack-o'-lantern. But the flaming is just such a really awesome effect. I cannot believe they actually did this, but it's such a unique design. I'd imagine they'll be quite difficult to earn. We know that most of them are earned through in-game activities, the exotics through radiant treasures. The ornaments literally set these apart from ordinary looking armor to really incredible over-the-top looking flaming gear. So I really want to get my hands on some of these ornaments for sure. We also get a look at what appears to be the Vanguard set for the Titan. Very ordinary, we've seen it many times before with that kind of neon green theme. So next up we can see the Hunter and just how much his gear transforms with and without ornaments. So this is the normal set, and in my personal opinion, I'm not really a fan of this gear set, which is really unfortunate because I'm a Hunter as my main character. But this gear just looks very bland in my opinion, very brown, very dull, nothing too special. But when you apply the ornament, it transforms into one of my favorite gear sets in Destiny, full stop. This set looks so incredible with the evil kind of flaming mask. It just looks so cool, an amazing design, and definitely one of my favorites. It makes me really glad that I'm a Hunter. Of course, the Titan, the Warlock stuff looks cool as well. My personal favorite has got to be this set. I really love how it's designed, and this shows again just how awesome the ornaments make some of the gear look. I love some of the finer details. You can see the flaming wolves are everywhere. You can see it on top of his legs. You can see the gauntlets with the little blades coming out of them. And also on the back of his neck as well, the kind of like back of the cloak, you can see the flaming effect as well. So there's flames everywhere, and I would love to see this with like an all black or an all white shader. Now next up we have some more Hunter gear, and this appears to be the hard mode raid gear. I'm assuming that the white and red theme is from hard mode, and the black and red is of course the normal mode. I do like this set quite a lot. I'm not like crazy excited for it. I think my personal favorite in terms of the raid gear has got to be the Warlock, but this set does look cool. I'm definitely excited for it. Looking at some Trials of Osiris gear, we can see the Warlock again, male and female. Again, we've seen this quite a lot. It's based off the Cobra Snake, and of course this is the normal set without the pink hologram, which is applied with the ornament. So next up we have the Titan gear, and this I really love without the ornament. I think it looks just as good without. You've got these massive like devil horns coming out of the face. It looks really evil. And unlike the Hunter, I'd actually really love to use this without the ornament, but with the ornament, it just turns even more evil than it normally was, and it just becomes like a devil with that giant wolf and a flaming face inside it. So you can get a picture of just how much customization you can do with the gear. And then finally, we've got some miscellaneous shots of Saladin as well during the cutscenes, and the actual model of his face in-game with the detail on it, just the grey hairs and the wrinkles and everything, just how detailed his face is. And of course, we also have the wolf, which you'll see roaming around the Fail into Peak social space, and there'll be a bunch of these guys just sitting down and roaming around the space as an added bit of the environment. But again, you can see the detail in these guys, the paws and the fur. And of course, I mentioned in a video a while back that Bungie actually worked with real wolf conservationists to make sure they're as realistic as possible, and the sounds they make and everything they do, their behavior, is as realistic to a real wolf in real life. So incredible detail as always, and that's been a look at some of the gear and weapons we'll see in the Rise of Iron expansion. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, a like rating would be much appreciated. If you want to see more Rise of Iron videos, I've got a bunch more on the way, so make sure you stay tuned. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.